Alrighty folks, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. We are at track 2 Texas Motorplex, which is right behind me here. Behind the stands, and you can see all the cars here. And I'm here to tell you, there's a boatload of them. But we're here, we're coming back, we're coming harder than we came before. Been training, working on bringing up the stall, the converter, and we're gonna get some good runs in today, I can promise you that. But Jay is over here working hard, getting the tires on. He told me to just leave him alone. I said, well, I'm older than you. He said, well, leave me alone. I said, you need to respect your elders. He said, leave me alone. So I am leaving Jay alone to do his thing. He's taking care of the car like he would his own, probably better. He's been awesome this entire time. And that's 5 other people that have been, or companies that have also been awesome. We'll start with getting us the 392 long block, Orisman of Bowie Parts Shop. If you're going to Orisman Bowie looking for parts, Mopar parts, ask for Dave or ask for his brother. Names escape me right now. It'll come back to me in a minute. So shout out to Orisman Bowie for getting the long block, having it literally in stock. Really saved us a bunch of time. Another company that saved us a boatload of time is Cam Motion. Literally, Mac gave them the specs for the cam one day, and we had a cam in hand in about 3 days. So that's literally them busting their tails to get that cam out and get it shipped, because it took at least a day or 2 to get to us. So literally they had the cam ground probably that same day, if not the next day, and in the mail. So Cam Motion, shout out to you. The next is Pure Drivetrain Solutions for getting us the torque converter literally overnight. Guys, appreciate it 100%. Even though we don't have it in yet, we were close to getting it in, but we were trying to get the Holley in there, and that's a whole nother story. But no doubt you guys bent over backwards to get us a torque converter that should flash at where it's supposed to flash. But that's another whole story. EFI Specialties, Mac and Dave. Mac and Dave took a lot of flack from a lot of people. And guys, I understand why y'all gave them the flack, because your cars have been there for a while. They've been working on them. But you saw I was at the shop doing a lot of work. And actually, Mark from North Carolina came up, did literally a whole day's work to free up Mac to work on other projects, which he did work on other projects. So it wasn't full Mac on the car, but we did free him up to do some work. So those are the people that really stood out in getting Shake and Bake in shape to at least make these runs. Now the last thing that needs to be done to make these runs and make them run right is Don practicing and learning the staging sequence that is much different from what I've done before. So you old dogs, you know it's hard to learn new tricks. So I'm still learning the new trick. Once I get it down pat, we'll be going good. Hopefully we do that today. I get the sequence down right. We stall up right, and we should be easily mid-10s, if not low 10s. And that's really because of, one, the DA is terrible. We're talking 4,000 level DA, 4,000 plus. Second part of that is the torque converter. It's really not where we want it to be, where we need it to be, where we need it to be for the ProCharger to kick in right. So there's a lot of work there to be done once we get back to EFI Specialties. Oh, who I missed is Big 3 and Race to get to at least attempt to get the Holley done. So again, that was the first time on a 392 5.7. So it was built for a Hellcat, and there were a lot of snafus we came across. But I tell you, Race and Big 3 Racing, they bent over backwards, worked with Dave probably 2 or 3 days straight, emailing back and forth and calling back and forth to try and get that Holley in for race week. But once we get that Holley in, when we get back, watch out. So those are the shout outs. RS Buoy, Cam Motion, Pure, EFI Specialties, Big 3 and Race for trying to get the Holley in. All right, enough of me wrapping my gums. Let's get to racing.
Round 1.
Alright, so lots of snafus from a technical perspective, but we did run the car pretty well. We did go 1749 60 foot. We did 6.9 to the 8th at 112. 1052 at 142. So the 142 is telling you a lot. It's telling you a lot. We should be much lower than 10.5. But we're gonna let the car cool down. We may wait for skip a round or two, get another round in, and we'll go from there.
Round 2.
obviously this is the next day. I'm trying to catch up on videos, catch up on things I missed as I'm building videos. Yeah, this is an experience, so hopefully next year we got a much better, or I have a much better process down to make sure I keep up with videos. But to wrap up that second round, we did a 167 60 foot, a 6.4 to the 8th at 115. We did a 9947 at 134.5. And that's telling you something. We're down mile an hour, and the reason why we're down mile an hour is we reached boost cutoff roughly around the 1,000 foot mark or so, maybe a little bit after that. You can kind of see it in the video, but yeah, we hit that boost cut and she just shut down. So that's why the mile an hour is down. So in theory, that could have been, I don't know, Jay, 9.7, 9.8.
I think it would have been 9.8 for sure.
Yeah.
And potentially a 9.79-ish. But I think it would have been a decent 9.8.
Somewhere in around there. So, yeah, with ice, Shake and Bake is doing her thing, but she's doing her thing too well because she's shutting herself off. But hey, awesome run for sure. All right, to wrap up day 3, track day 2 at Texas Motorplex. We ran a 10.5 and we ran a 9.9. So now our average. So we turned in the 10.5 slip. Our first run, our only good run in Tulsa was a 10.9. So we turned that in. We turned in a 10.5. So that roughly puts us in 10.7, and we're right about the middle of the pack. So we're not doing bad from a time perspective at this point. So now we're on to Thunder Valley Race Park in, what's the name of this place? Noble, Oklahoma. So stay tuned, folks. Those races are coming next.